I didn't even know this was happening until I looked at Jessica's Facebook today and said, oh, wow, that sounds cool. And so I'm down here. And my little short story, because I can go on forever. I'm 64 years old, you know. Somebody mentioned the 70s and women's liberation and all, and I was completely, you know, just out there on the streets in those days and just loving it, and civil rights and women's rights. And, you know, I was involved in helping women go to states where abortions were legal back then. And, you know, ironically, when I became pregnant and at the age of 24 and not married, I chose to have my baby, and she's 39 now, and I never got married, but she's supposed to be here, and it's all wonderful. The thing I want to say is that, like I said, I had no idea this was going on. I didn't go to the rally at the Capitol. I didn't do this, I didn't do that. One time, a few months ago, maybe last year, I was getting ready to go on Bonnie's radio show. I promote jazz and music locally. And Bonnie invited me on to talk about some of the, you know, local entertainment. And I was in the kind of the green room, waiting room area, and there was a woman that was going to go on ahead of me. And I said, she looked about my age, and I said, what are you going to talk about? And she had some subject about, some political subject that I can't even remember what it was, but it was something she was very, very adept at, as so many of you today are very knowledgeable about what's going on, and, you know, with the laws and all this stuff that we're facing. And I didn't really know a lot about what's going on. And the reason I want to bring up this conversation I had with this woman is that she told me what she was going to be talking about. And I said to her, I want to tell you my story in a nutshell. And I said to this woman, I said, you know, in the 70s, I dropped out of school to protest Vietnam, to work for women's rights. I couldn't focus on school. It was too insane. My friends were dying in Vietnam. My women friends were, you know, suffering, civil rights, all this stuff, you know. And I was just, from the time I was 12 years old, I knew that I was just this, you know, wild woman, you know, the woman who run with the wolves kind of thing. Like, I can't stand what's going on in the world. I gotta fix it, you know. And you know, I got real involved, and I'm glad I did. And then I got real burned out. And so in about 1971, I was on my way to Bobby Seale's trial in New Haven, Connecticut, the Black Panther trial, and I stopped in Maine, and I said to my girlfriend, I can't do this anymore, you know. And I realized I'm out here in the world screaming about peace and screaming about all these things, and something was missing in me. And the path I chose at that time was to go inside and make peace with myself, because I realized that a lot of my rage and a lot of my anger, a lot of my discontent was really rooted in me. It was rooted in things that happened to me. It was rooted in my childhood. It was rooted in all these things that I needed to address. So I dropped out of a lot of activity, and I got a lot of shit for it. You know, my women friends said, yeah, you're turning on us, the peace movement, you're turning on, you know, you should be doing this, you should be doing that. And without getting into a lot of detail, I started to learn a practice to go inside, and it became very important to me. And I started making choices that was really something I wanted to focus on, to share that with other people. And that was 40 years ago. And I still work for this foundation that was started by the man who showed me how to do this practice that has brought me peace every day of my life. And at 64, I can't believe how happy I am. And I told it to the woman that was going to go on Bonnie's show and talk about something very political. And I said to her, you know, I got a lot of shit for dropping out of this and this and this, and even now, you know, I'm not real active in certain things, but I'm very active in what I've chosen to share with people in my life that I think can help make the world a better place, just as you, who I'm so inspired by, are doing what you choose to help make the world a better place. But to me, at 64 and even before that, I realized that life is like a bank account. You know, you get up every day and you have so much in that account, so much energy, so much time. You can't save the world. You can't do everything. I wanted to. I tried. And I just got burned out. And this woman said to me the most beautiful thing that I just hold on to. She said, we're all on this ship, this world, this society, this, you know, everything. She said, we're all on this ship that's going in the wrong direction. And she said, all you can do is pick your corner and just push. She said, you can't turn the whole ship around, which is what I had tried to do early in life. I can see you all nodding, you all know what I'm talking about. It's like there's only so much I can do. And I don't do this that you're doing, but I don't do that, and I don't do that, and I don't do that, but I do something that is important to me and that fills me and it makes me feel like I am helping to make the world a better place. And I just appreciate so much that you guys are out there doing what was so important to me when I was young, and is still very important to me, you know, very, very important. But, you know, we each do what we can, and I'm just thrilled to meet some of you today, and it just makes me feel like, wow, I can still walk back into this and just feel that passion and just feel that importance of what we're talking about here. And it doesn't mean that I have to be at every rally. It doesn't mean I have to be at every committee, at every conference. I can't, you know? But I'm so glad you are. And, you know, I have a daughter. I have little children in my life, you know? We all know this is going in the wrong direction, and I just want to thank you so much. Thank you.